Hey guys, what's up? PizzaLovingNerd here. Today we're going to be doing levels, color temperature, hue chroma, colorize, and color to alpha stuff. So, let's say that I have a picture that I took of a 7-Eleven and I have a budget phone camera, doesn't look very good, and you want to make it look better. So, if you go to colors, and we're going to head down to levels right here, you can make your blacks blacker and your whites whiter. So I could take these input levels and I can make these darker. So now my blacks will be more black. And I could take this right handle right here and I can make my whites whiter. You can do this depending on your personal preference. Like if I do this kind of looks bad, although this is a fun tool to mess around with and do weird stuff like this, I will admit that. But to be fair, it does kind of look bad. Just give me that, okay? So, yeah, so I can adjust these levels to do, so now, this image, if I were to hit OK now, this image seems to pop a lot more. It looks a lot better than it did before, so, yeah. Now, you can also change the output level, so, this kind of affects all pixels, no matter if it's dark or black, so, I don't really use this very often because usually I only want to make some pixels darker or black, and to do that I just use the dodge and burn tool, so that's not an option I use very much, but it is there. So yeah, that's the levels tool. Now let's do color temperature. So again, we're going to go to the colors tool, or not tool, just like a menu thing. We're going to go to temperature. Now I'm going to set it to split V so that you guys can see the difference. Now you can kind of change the original temperature, but I don't usually change that. I'm just going to reset that. Although there are some presets you can do with this, so that is kind of a cool feature. But I'm going to keep it at default. But here, if I make the temperature higher, what this will do is it will make sort of this orange. And if I make it so it makes your image more orange looking, and if I turn it down, it makes it more blue looking. Now with the blue temperature, you don't need to turn it up as much as you might with the orange temperature, but definitely blue temperature is way more sensitive. Now this is another personal preference thing. Personally, if I set it down like about 1,000 points, this looks a lot better than the other one because I prefer lower temperatures. However, some people prefer higher temperatures, so you can it's another personal preference thing, but this option is here. Next up, we're going to do hue chroma tool. So this lets you sort of change the entire hue of the image. You can make some trippy looking images with this. You can also change the chroma. So this is another fun tool to mess around with. You can change the lightness. Not a very practical tool, but it is a fun tool. I could make the chroma completely down and make this like a black and white image. So yeah, that's the hue and chroma tool. And we have the colorize tool. Basically, this turns your image into a black and white image and then lets you colorize it. So instead of looking black and white like this, it lets you add some color to it right here. So this is actually a pretty useful tool. Like let's say I have this car right here and I want to change the color of this white car. Well, I could select it first. Alright, so what I could do now that I have the car selected, I could just duplicate this layer. So Control-C, Control-V. And what I could do now is I could head over into colorize and I could change the color of this car. So turn the saturation up a little bit and we'll turn this a little bit, and now I have sort of a purple. But the thing is, it makes the whole car purple. So now since I duplicated this layer, I could erase like the inside of the car to make it look more realistic, to make the inside of the car make it look like not pink. Same with the license plate. Do the Toyota emblem if you want. So you can do cool stuff with this tool. I did a tutorial last time on layer masks, so this could be a useful way to use layer masks, although I'm lazy, so I'm not. So yeah, that's your colorize tool. Of course, I can also, so yeah, that's the colorize tool. And finally, we have color to alpha. Now let me find something on the internet real quickly. Let's say I have the Google logo here and I want to get this Google logo, but I was unable to find a transparent picture of it. Well, I could go to color to alpha and we'll change the opacity threshold a little bit down, and I like to set it to about 750. and hit OK, and boom, now we have a logo without the white background. So that's the color and alpha tool. That's another useful tool I'd like to show. Now those are some of the color tools I wanted to show off. There are more of them. Feel free to mess around with these. That's your homework. Mess around with all of these color options so that you can learn what you can do with colors in Gimp. That's your homework. But those are some of my favorite color options that I wanted to show off. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one. Thanks to patrons Michelle Vantino and Sam Covett. Support really helps, and yeah.